Hello guys and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today we're bringing you 4 replays in, most of them are pretty, I would say, quite low first classes, but that's just the way the game works sometimes, right? First one is in the E5, a tank I didn't particularly want to get a key card. So, you know, I have used it a few times, and it's decent enough tank, you know, but I've got quite a few kind of like variants of it anyway, and you know, so I wasn't overly keen on having this, but it was free, it came in a key card, so fine, you know, so I'm using it. We're an Overlord. We are definitely not top tier, as you can see. So that's why this is kind of like a low first class, because I'm, you know, hitting higher tier tanks for damage, which is great. So put 3 shots into that guy. He actually managed to bounce a shot, which is pretty rare, but obviously because we're so lower tier than him, that always a chance of that happening. Now, we're trying to put shell into that AT-15, but obviously, because of the angle, it's very difficult to pen him. So we're going to try to take his tracks off. Didn't work either. And our team is pretty evenly spread, which is fine. That AMX tier 9 guy, AMX 30, just, yeah, wow. YOLO'd in for some reason. So they threw one of their top tier tanks out of the game straight away, which is fine. But we also get one of our tanks taken out pretty soon after that. So is again top tier, and decide on he hasn't got much armor anyway, so we're just gonna put a shell into him. We take him out as well, so that's great. Taking out damage to some top tier tanks there. We also put a shot into that guy. So we're sitting pretty, right? So we got done to us so far. There's no artillery in the game, and our team is winning by a fair amount since they've thrown away. So yeah, obviously we're not pushing too aggressively, because we could still lose this game, and this guy's very lucky he got away with that without being punished there, so it's a little bit annoying, but we're going to try to put another shell into him again. Survived by the tiny bit of health there. Managed to finally put a shell into them, and he's basically put himself out of the game himself again. Not sure why people do that, but there you go. So yeah, we got, unfortunately, that little encounter, we didn't really get much damage. Unfortunately, he was just lucky there, I think. So yeah, we've basically won this game. There's most of the remaining enemy team is sitting on the beach, which is never a good idea, guys. If you ever play this game, this map rather, you do not want to be sending the majority of your forces. Again, that is a terrible luck. I don't know how that happened. And yeah, one of their guys suicided, just maybe by accident or on purpose, because he saw the team was definitely going to lose. But again, you know, you don't want to send too many of your guys on the beach, because if you win the beach, you've got to come uphill to the enemy, and the enemy's they're going to just have a big advantage, and that's basically why this team lost. It's because they threw away far too aggressively, and a good portion of their teams decided that going to the beach was a good idea. Now he's just sitting there. He actually does pen a shot there, so that's a bit annoying, but we're going to punish him for that anyway, putting shots into him. That's the only bit of damage we got. He's pretty keen on me for some reason, and we just put him down to a one-shot. And we take him out. So that's our second kill. We're going to try to get a bit more damage, but probably unlikely. Someone is targeting me. That guy is pretty keen on me as well. We're pushing it. We could fall off there. But we do get a couple more shells into this guy before he disappears, and he actually takes that guy out, trying to nudge another shot into that guy. And that guy below me was concentrating far too much on me, and yeah, gets taken. And didn't get any more extra damage. We think about going down that little slope there, but then we're going to... wondering if that TD is going to actually push up this hill. And if he does, should be able to get a good amount of damage on him. He might put a couple of big hits into us, but it'd be too late. But he doesn't actually do that. He's actually now going back and pushing towards the enemy, like the whole team. So yeah, we're not gonna likely get anything. We precariously pull down here. We lose most of our health there, unfortunately, just to try to get a bit more damage, but it actually doesn't seem like we're gonna get there, and we don't, unfortunately. So we get just under 3,000 damage, but a lot of that was on higher tier tanks. So we came second, a couple of kills as well. I made a nice bit of money. So there you go. See you in the next match. Alright, and again, another tank I wasn't particularly interested in. I was considering earning it. The Halloween variant of this, the Bog Horror. Just because obviously I've earned most of the Halloween tanks. So there's not many to choose from next year. But yeah, I won this in the in another key card. So I thought I'd give it a spin, and I'm actually quite enjoying this thing. It's got, well, it's a very old premium, so it's been left behind a little bit in some respects. But it's got good gun depression. Works quite nicely actually. And the gun's pretty decent as well. Hits pretty hard. Pen's not bad. Like I said, gun depression is good because it's an American tank. But yeah, you just got to be careful of people getting around you, because you got no chance then. Yeah, and like I said, I quite enjoyed it. Surprised by it, and I've used it in quite a few games. Now, obviously, this map, not the best map for it. On this map, obviously you could go down the JK line and brawl it out, but that part of the map is a bit of a waste. It's not a very good place to go. No one else is going, because of the gun depression. You can actually work the hill quite nicely. The only tanks I would advise going down the JK line are, there we go, we take a massive hit. That's most of our health gone in one shot. I'm a little bit annoyed, so I bounced that shot as well, so that's really nice. So not too happy with the beginning of this game at all. But yeah, the only tanks I advise going up the JK line is heavies that have no gun depression, because you might be able to work that area. And unfortunately, a majority of team are just camping. You know, the hill's been taken. They're not really doing anything to support. And luckily, we've just got enough tanks here to halt their advance enough, so we can actually start getting some damage out, which is great. Their artillery is taken out, so we don't have to worry about that. There's this Tiger 1, the Hammer. Good tank, but I've actually got effective armor. He hasn't, and he's going to find it very difficult to pen me. Bounced off that. Don't want to really turn to premium rounds just yet because I've got this hammer still coming up. I can put the shots into him without having to use premium. We bounced a nice shot there. We bounced 1,500 damage. That's pretty sweet. Not getting the most damage right now, but honestly, I'm trying to play safe here. Bounce another shot from the Yag Tiger, which is great. Put another shot into that, and he seems pretty keen on me. That Yag Tiger. But obviously we've not got premium rounds, so we're not really risking it trying to pen that thing until we at least can see his bottom plate. And again, this hammer's pushing up again, making the same mistake, bouncing off me again. And that guy is going for me yet again and bounced another shot. So that's a good amount of damage bounced. And we managed to land that very small shot there and take out the hammer. It's pretty much game over for them now. We've pretty much won the hill. And yeah, we're at a number advantage right now. And a good portion of the team has come the JK line, and they've got to cross out in the open. If they want to push our team or push the flag, they've got to go out into the open, which obviously is never a good idea. Now we're just kind of waiting for shots. We don't want to push our tank too much. We're not top tier, and we've not got the most hit points to play with either. So we're just trying to get some shots across here. We have got premium loaded. I must have done that for the Yag Tiger, maybe, and forgot to swap back. But either way, we've got about 2,500 damage and a nice amount of blocked. Obviously blocked quite a bit from the hammer, but we also blocked a higher tier tank as well, which is very nice, very nice. He's probably quite frustrated with that, bouncing off a tier 8 tank. So we're kind of trying to support this guy, but as we can see, there's quite a few tier 9s still left on the enemy team. Put a nice shot into the side of him, track him, but unfortunately no one shoots him while he's tracked, of course, because no one ever seems to. And like I said, that's big disadvantage of late, being lower tier. All the buffs to the armor, you have a very difficult time bouncing, penning anything to premium rounds now, and on top of that, hitting the tracks doesn't really help the team that much anymore because of your reusable repair kits. So being 2 tiers down really sucks at the moment. Luckily, I'm pretty sure this has got preferential matchmaking. I'm not 100% sure of that, but we're going to try to keep this guy tracked because we can hit him in the side, right? We can do damage and track him in place. Then why the hell not? Because maybe one person might actually hit him while he's tracked. And there you go, prepared already. No one hit him. And blocked 4,000 damage now. He's pretty annoyed. He's just constantly looking at me, and my bounce at yet another shot, and there we go. The mutant, like I said, it's an old tank, but the armor's still good, and I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten or don't know how to pen this tank very well. So we are bouncing a ton of shells. We're almost 5,000 blocked in a game. That's pretty sweet, right? We've got about 4,000 damage, just over 4,000 combined damage. And of course we bounced that last killing shot on that guy. Of course you do. And there we go, we win that match. It was a good match, pretty brawly, blocked, and I'm pretty impressed with the blocking damage. Like I said, not the highest first class, but it was a very fun game. Anyway, see you in the next match, guys. Alright, next game is in the Lycan, tier 7 light. Very good tank. Probably my favourite tier 7 premium tank, I think. I do go out in it a lot. It's just a very good tank. It's got good, it's obviously good view range, an auto loader, so it can dish out quite a bit of damage. To be honest, we're just hitting tanks so they go across here. So that's almost half that KV2's health gone. Is it a KV2 or a Dreadnought? I can't remember. But either way, and then this guy comes out side on and he's just gonna get hit 3 times. Don't think he I did actually damage him. But unfortunately, the enemy team is just pushing like very aggressively. I don't know why they're doing this. Trying to dodge shells. We're going to try to take care of this guy here. We're almost fully loaded. We'll try to get that out of dodge and put a few shells into this guy as well. We do 1,000 damage now. You know, aggressive plays do work out very well in World of Tanks at the moment. But I think that you need to, if you do that, you really kind of need the support of your team. I'm not sure they've fully got the whole support of the team, and I think this aggressive play might fail quite badly. Unfortunately, the artillery is shooting around this area, which is quite annoying. We want to take care. There's a lot of light tanks in this game. We want to take him out. He's not really... And okay, I'm being aimed at here, but I'm taking a risk. I want to take that light tank out. Unfortunately, we don't get the killing shot. Very annoying. I'm just reloading. I took a hit there as well. It's quite unfortunate. We've teams, and as you could, was having very bad lag, and I was getting very annoyed. So it's almost unplayable, as you can see. I thought I disconnected at this point, and then goes back, and then yeah, that tank jumps behind cover. Yeah, very annoying. Not sure how I'm having such a good game. I'm not having the best impact on the game because of this lag. I don't really want to be trying to circle anything while I'm lagging out like this. I think I was actually that obviously I was like, oh god, this is terrible. Why is it so laggy? Very, very annoying. Then kind of after I finished playing World of Tanks, I kind of realized that I was actually downloading a couple of games, which probably had a big impact, but at the same time it should still work really. Anyway, we were reloading it yet again. Unfortunately, we're wasting a lot of our shells because of the lag. And I'm kind of just sitting here at the moment because of the lag. I don't really want to be pushing out into the open because the lag might just get me killed. And there you go. Again, just horrendous. So I'm kind of playing safe. We are winning the game. Not really thanks to me, unfortunately. Again, like I said, I was like, yeah, I'm surprised I'm still alive in this game. Not really taking an active role. And again, there you go, jumping around. Oh, I was getting quite angry at this. And we're putting some shells into the sky. We want to finish this, like I said. Unfortunately, there's still 2 light tanks left in the enemy team. That could be a very bad sign for us. Yeah, and again, not quite finishing him off here. And unfortunately, that last shell bounced off the T-32. Maybe should have waited slightly more so he's a bit less angled. So I'm now going for yet another reload. So again, just kind of lucky this game. We managed to put a shot into that guy and set him on fire. Yeah, that was unlikely to hit. But there you go. Again, another lag spike. Yeah, another. And I think I'm probably going to go for a reload again in a second. We're just risking it for a biscuit now because there's only 2 tanks left. We want to get a bit more damage before the end of the game because we've not really done that much. But I think, consider all things considered, with this lag, I've not done too badly. I haven't actually gone for a reload, which is very strange. I normally go for a reload, you know. There we go, lag again. Very lucky that I didn't go out into the open with that lag spike and just get absolutely decimated by this TD and light tank. Light tank's coming for me. It's almost like he knows I'm reloading, but I am actually loaded now. I'm just going around and around circles with this guy. And we're just going to ignore him. We're going to go after this TD. Almost missed a shot there. Unfortunately, we don't kill him, and we have to get out of dodge because he's gunning for us now. He really wants me, which is fine. And he's a tier 8, so we've got to be very careful. We could pretty much one-shot us almost, I think. But we just hide there until we really reloaded and someone else finishes him off. So like I said, not a particularly good game there, really. But I got a first class out of it, even with that terrible lag. Which is very nice, very surprising. I came first on the team as well. Very surprised. Anyway, see you in the next match, guys. Alright, this was already partway through the match. We're in the Fury from the film. The Sherman type variant with the longer gun on it. Anyway, we've taken the hill, and again, very, very important. It basically means we've won the match already because they didn't push the hill properly. They kind of just sat there, and we just took that guy out without much of a fight. This guy is still alive that pushed along the bottom part of the hill here, but he's totally surrounded now. I choose to kind of ignore him because obviously I'm not going to get much of that damage anyway, even if I wanted to. So we're going to push down the hill and shoot any of these people who didn't think it was a good idea to push the hill. Unfortunately, we missed that shot. We weren't fully aimed either. And we actually do hit a shell, put a shell into that guy retreating there. Bet he was annoyed with that. But look at the team score. We also pushed the JK line with just a couple of TDs by the looks of things and won it. Tiger P is going to be hard to pen, so we actually got the premium in. And yeah, I've been missing shots like that for a while now. I don't know what's happened. They must have nerfed the accuracy a little bit, I think. Because I was landing shells like that after 6.0 just all the time, which was nice. You know, should be able to hit basically what you aim at 90% of the time, right? But I have been missing pretty terrible shots recently. So again, this is a tier 6 game, so we're not going to see massive amounts of damage here. But we are consistently getting shots off. Both these two tier 7s are very dangerous customers, but as you can see, we're chipping away at their health. We're going to stay with the premium rounds. Even with the premium rounds, I'm bouncing off this guy on his cupola. Not the nicest thing, really. We're putting in the HE now just so we can actually do some damage, which is nice. And of course, that shell goes into the dirt. Do a tiny bit of damage. Again, kind of waiting for him to stop looking at me. But in normal rounds, and we're penning the cupola of this guy quite consistently. We're not rushing a shot. Unfortunately, someone else takes him out of the picture. So we're just mopping up the last bit of the team because we're 4 up compared to them. Yeah. It's been a very long time since I took out the Fury, to be honest. Like, probably a year or more, maybe 2. Because I got so many Sherman variants. I got the Boilermaker, I think it's the English one. Got the Tech Tree ones. I've got the Thunderbolt, and all the other variants pretty much. So I'm never kind of looking for another premium Sherman, but I've earned a lot of them. So we're gonna actually get hit here by that shell. Went wild, and we're just gonna sit here and take those hits. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay off because we don't actually get the shot off of that guy. We get another shell into us there, but on the move we hit him. And it's the Excalibur, low caliber gun, but he's got well, turretless. It's got so we're just I don't know why it just doesn't stop and turn, but going around the circle just means we can just farm his health and take him out of the picture. So there we go. The majority of our health was on that last guy who just decided he didn't want to win. So there you go. The Firefly, the Fury, sorry, 3 kills and just over 2,000 damage. Not a bad game, all things considered. We're not top tier, that's for sure. So yeah, that was just a quick game, guys. First class, I guess. Quite low, I guess, because it's a tier 6, and not many people are playing it, I guess, at the moment. Not with all the variants out there. And yeah, and I'll see you in the next match, guys. Alright, last game is in the T-32A prototype. A tank I really like, but I haven't used very much recently because I've got premium auto loaders like the Ragnarok. Obviously earns more money, and it's just generally quite a bit better. So yeah, why would you really use this? And I've got the T-77 as well, which I've been using. This one sits kind of in between the two, really. The Ragnarok's just got lesser armor, but this thing hasn't got particularly good armor either. It's got decent hull armor. It's just its turret is not got very good armor, and the T-set, and it's the reload time is fairly good. It's shorter than definitely shorter than the old T-77. T-77 does have somewhat effective armor on its turret, and yeah, that poor Ragnarok's just sitting out there in the open, and he's gone. Trying to get those free shells off was really worth it. Losing all your health for those free initial shells. So yes, 14-14, right? Majority of the enemy team has gone up the K line. Bad idea. But I also thought our team wasn't doing all that well either. There's a medium and a TD. It's smack bang in the valley there. Probably not a good idea. If it's a stealthy Barask or something, that medium's probably a good position, but I don't know what that TD's doing at all. He's just got himself killed, basically. And we are actually dying here, pretty much. That general, yeah, he didn't use his shells very effectively there. He had just one left in the chamber, and he took 2 hits for that one. So not great exchange for him, but we've just got over just under 1,000 combined damage. So not the best start, right? But as you can see, the reload time is pretty decent in this thing. And we're going to just push. We're pushing. They're not pushing. They could push us here. But they were actually on the back foot a little. We're just putting shells into the panther because we can, right? And we're on a reload again. So we're making the most of the load time. We're just, once we're loaded, we push out, fire our 3 shells, get behind cover, reload, and do the same. We are actually losing, so I am actually taking a bit more of an aggressive stance now, trying to make it a bit more equal. And of course, trying to take out that pesky Vanguard would be nice. There we go. This guy is very stealthy, so we want to put as many shells into him while we can actually see him. Yeah, and we put 2 shells into him. We are actually now ahead. We've got a decent score, right? 2,500 odd damage of our own. Just waiting for our reload, and as you can see, that stealthy TD's been taken out of the picture. See if we can get a shell into him. Yeah, it reverses, panically reverses, and shows too much of his side. And yeah, majority of the enemy team is going to be on the other flank. They sent a very good portion of their team there, and they've just stalled and not made any progress. And yeah, they're doomed. So obviously we still had plenty of shells left in our chamber, but we thought, well, we've got to make our way over to the other side of the map, so we might as well just reload at this point and have a full chamber ready for side-on shots to the enemy. So you can see this game's going to be over very quickly because the enemy team's just sitting out in the open. Got spotted up. Unfortunately, that tracks, and he does actually hit us there, but doesn't do much damage. We take him out. And then there's this guy here. Unfortunately, I think he's AFK, and unfortunately, I think I might have spotted him up. Which, unfortunately, because enemy and my teammates can now farm him. And I've got to wait for this long reload. I'm going to try for a tracking shot, just in case anybody else shoots him. And unfortunately, someone does shoot him, but we do get a bit of an assisted damage there. It's very unfortunate. But there's only 2 guys left. Now, obviously, there's a light tank spotting us up. And he actually misses that shot, and we actually spot him up there. So we get a nice bit of assisted. So we got 3,700 of our own damage, 1,000 assisted. So yeah, just under 5,000 combined. Very good game, yeah. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, guys.